Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to open up 125 Ancient Shards because it is a double boosted summons event. No better time to open up your Ancient Shards. We have a double chance, as you guys can see, to pull a legendary all the way at 1%. I'm excited, guys. My number one wish list, I haven't told you guys this before, but my number one champion, if you could have any champion in the game, let me ask you guys, let me know in the comments, who would it be? Mine is one that, I haven't really talked about much on the channel, but I just love Lissandra's kit so much. I think that she is insane. Non-void, I should say, non-void. It would be Siphi, the Lost Bride or whatever, if I had any champion in the game. But non-void, because we're opening the normal Ancient Shards. Man, I just love her kit. Has a full enemy depletion on the turn meter on the A2, and then just the best speed in the game with the increased speed, allies 30%, fills the turn meter above all allies by 30%, decrease the turn meter for all enemies by 30%. The reason I like it so much is for an opener in Arena. I would run her in my Arena offense team and be so excited about it. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and see who I pull here. Let's start it out. I have 50 free slots right now, so we'll have to edit out a couple times while I make room. But hey, we'll see what we get here, guys. Hoping for, you know, okay, one that I already have. Jeez, I get so excited, and then it's a duplicate, man. All right, so Trunda is solid. I have her. She's definitely an arena beast. She's actually good pretty much everywhere in the game. Let's go ahead and take a look at her kit in case you guys are not familiar with her. Her money ability is the A3, so we'll start with that. Has the HP burn and the stun there on her A3 as an AoE. 70% chance of placing the stun. Breathe, man, breathe. And then places an HP burn debuff for 2 turns on enemies under that stun. Extra hit on enemies not under stun. So a really, really insane ability. On her A1, attacks one enemy 2 times. Has the stun on the A1 as well. And then has the extra hit on the Ascended on the A2. So that's her kit. It's pretty cool. And the passive is interesting on her too. Her resistance increases by 10 for each stun debuff this champion places on enemies. Stacks up to 100. And the speed increases by 5 for each enemy currently under HP burn. So really kind of a unique passive on their Swift Justice as well. So Trund is a beast. I'm happy, you know, I got a chance to show her to you guys. Not happy that I pulled a legendary that I already have. There's nothing worse in this game about getting so excited over seeing that yellow and it's a duplicate. I guess it is what it is. Alika is one of those companion champions. Let's go ahead and take a look. Where is her companion? Is she not a companion? I thought she was. Oh yeah, Sakara is her companion here. Revises champion with 75% HP when killed if Sakara's on the same team. And then otherwise she has attacks one enemy, 30% chance of placing an extra hit, and attacks one enemy, ignores 50% of the target's defense if their max HP is higher than this champion's max HP. And then attacks all enemies AoE, 35% chance of increasing the cooldown of all enemy skills by 1 turn. So not too bad either. Let's go ahead and move on to the next group of 10. That was a pretty good pull. We get the legendary, but we just don't get the one that we're after, or you know, one that we don't already have. Anyway, here we go. Getting a bunch of rares here, kind of making up for that good luck on the first one. We get Hexia and we get Sinesha. So let's go ahead and check out Hexia. Hexia Undead Horde attacks one enemy. Has a chance of placing a strong version of decreased defense for 2 turns. Chances of place this buff increase by 10% for each debuff placed on this champion. Okay, cool. Attacks one enemy, grants an extra turn, places a 50% increased attack buff on the champion for 2 turns if the attack kills an enemy. Okay. And then on the A3 here, attacks one enemy, heals his champion by 15% of the damage inflicted. Heal increased by 10% for each dead enemy. Place a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns. Alright, I guess. And Sinesha we've covered before. She's a beast. Very popular champion. You guys can see AoE on the A1. On the A2, attacks one enemy, places... The cool thing is the AoE on the 1 with the counterattack. It's really solid, right? And then on the A2, attacks one enemy, puts his target skills on cooldown, heals the ally with the lowest HP by 25%, and then Immortality equalizes all the HP of the allies. It's the levels of all allies will be equalized, brought up to the level of the ally with the highest HP, then heals the target ally by 10% of their max HP. So certainly a really good, she deals a decent amount of damage, and she also is a great healer. So there we go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next 10. By the way, we pulled Elaine in that last 10. She's a champion that I did a guide on yesterday, and I was actually surprised after I maxed her out and tested her out. I was surprised at how good she is, man. She was just slaying in the arena. Check out that guide video if you guys want to see. Galcut must be a newer epic here. Let's check out his kit here. Attacks one enemy 2 times. 25% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. AoE attacks all enemies. No, he's not new, or he's semi-new, but I've seen this before. Attacks all enemies 1 by 1 in random order. Damage inflicted decreases by 25% after each hit. And then attacks all enemies, places a bomb that detonates after 2 turns. So a really cool bomb champion. Crit rate that unlocks whatever, right? So pretty cool. Let's go ahead and move on to the next 10 though. We have 125 to open, so we got to keep this video moving. Don't want to linger too long on any of these champions. Let me know, guys, if you pulled any great champions in the comments below. Have you guys been saving up for a boosted summons event such as this one? So there we go. Nothing to write home about on this group. Let's pull the next 10. Do you guys go groups of 10? If, like, say you had 20 shards, would you go groups of 10 or would you go 1 by 1? I am a group of 10 all the time. Okay, Horden. And man, we started out with a bang. And since then, meh. Alright, so Horden. 1 enemy 2 times, grants an extra turn if the target is killed. Okay. So that's already got like a Relic Keeper vibe on him, right? Attacks 1 enemy, 60% chance of placing that decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Heals his champion by 10% of the damage inflicted. Okay. And then on the A3, plays a 50% increased attack buff, 30% increased crit rate buff, and 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns, and then grants an extra turn. So he is a campaign farmer if I've ever seen one, right? He's like right up there with a Relic Keeper type. Pretty solid. He's a self-buffer, grants extra turn if he kills on the A1, extra turn on the A3 as well, and then has the decreased attack on the A2. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and make room. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Made some room here. Let's open 40 more. Well, 75 more, but 40 before I have to edit again and make some more room here. So Maeve gets pulled. We got the Ethel. We got a bunch of randos. Soul Drinker, who is another bomber. We have Wood Painted, who's one of the worst, if not the worst. 2 Maeves. Probably Wood Painted, or not Wood Painter, Ash. Wood Painted is probably the worst, or up there for the worst epic. Anyway, attacks 1 enemy, 40% chance of placing a sleep buff for 1 turn, 50% chance of granting an extra turn if placing a sleep debuff. That debuff can be booked up to 50% chance. Not a horrible A1. Attacks 1 enemy, places a stun buff for stun debuff, excuse me, on the target for 2 turns if the target is under a sleep buff. Yeah, whatever. And then attacks 1 enemy, enemies killed cannot be revived. Yeah, meh, not so great. And then Soul Drinker, like I told you guys, has the bomb on the A3. Attacks all enemies 2 turns. Each hit has a 75% chance of placing a bomb that detonates after 3 turns. And then the A2 at 3 times at random. Decreased bomb debuff detonation countdowns by 1 turn. And then another 1 turn on the A1. So kind of a really unique champion in Soul Drinker. Certainly much better than Maeve. And then I told you she's the worst. Let's see if I was right here. 1 enemy 2 times, 25% chance of placing a block cooldown skills debuff for 1 turn. That's actually not awful on the A1. A2 removes all debuffs from this champion, then fully heals this champion. There's a 30% reflect damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. Okay. 1 enemy, 75% chance of placing a block cooldown skills debuff for 2 turns. Nah, yeah, she's not the worst in the, maybe she's not the worst epic, but she's certainly far, far, far from the best, in my opinion. Am I wrong? You guys let me know. All right, next 10. Starting out with a Bone Keeper. Then we got a Basilisk. Then we got a Defiled Sinner. I don't even know. I still haven't fused Razin. I'm the worst. Delver, getting a lot of epics here, but no legendaries. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Let's go ahead and check these guys out. So Delver, one enemy, 45% chance of placing a heal reduction. Meh. One enemy places a 25% weaken debuff on the target for 3 turns. If the target is under heal reduction debuff, this debuff cannot be resisted. Meh. And attacks all enemies. 50% increased attack on this champion 2 turns. Target has a weaken, decreased defense. Yeah, not a big fan. Let's go to Defiled Sinner. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a decreased defense buff for 2 turns before attacking. If 5 or more enemies are alive, does the following attack instead. Attacks all enemies, so only against spiders, I guess, right? Attacks all enemies, plays a 25% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns before attacking. Interesting on the A1 there. Spider Specialist? One enemy then attacks all enemies, inflicting damage equal to 15% of their max HP if the first hit kills an enemy. This second hit cannot be critical. Okay, so an enemy, this is definitely a spider champion, right? And then attacks all enemies, damage increases by 10% for each enemy alive, stacks up to 100%. He's an Undead Horde. I want to go ahead and see what his ratings are. Basilisk attacks all enemies, 25% chance increase attack buff. One enemy faces a stun. And then revives the champion 30% HP when killed and places a block damage buff for 1 turn. Not bad, not great. Bone Keeper. One enemy, 50% chance of the decreased defense. One enemy, the damage deals 35% extra crit damage. That's pretty cool. And then one enemy places an extra hit if the attack is critical. Kind of cool. All right, and Fenisil, we actually just did a guide on, so I'll let you guys go ahead and check that out. It was Undead Horde, right, guys? Undead Horde. I might cut this out if I take too long. All right, where is this dude? It was, okay, Defiled Sinner, Spider's Den 4.7. Yeah, definitely a spider. Spider, like I said, specialist if I ever have seen one. I also want to check really quickly the Razin Fusion. Do I even have enough for it? Do I have, let's see. I think I might, nah, I still need Torture Helm. Jeez. I think I still just need maybe Torture Helm, and I might need, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Can't get sidetracked. All right, back to the Ancients. Here we go. 10 more. I feel legendary on this one. I feel a legendary. I feel it. I feel it. Deathless. Okay. Definitely going to be the second row. Definitely going to be one of the last 3. Definitely going to be the last 2. Definitely going to be the last one. Okay. All right. Well, we were wrong. We were wrong. Deathless. Here we go. It's the... Interesting, we've covered Deathless before, so I'll be quick about it. Decreased defense buff, decreased speed, decreased accuracy, depending on how many allies of the target is alive, has alive or dead. On the A2, reflect damage buff on this champion for 2 turns, then attacks one enemy. 80% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn, damage inflicted proportional to defense. And then attacks all enemies. This attack will always be critical if there are 2 or more dead allies. Damage increases according to the number of dead allies. So obviously Deathless is a unique champion, kind of cool. Is it a she? My bad. My bad, Deathless. You are a little curvy, aren't you? So she is pretty cool because she just gets better and better as you if more champions are dead on the team that you're attacking in arena, or as you go in, the campaign or dungeons or whatnot. However, I don't think it's she's necessarily like S tier, but she's cool. I remember the last time we talked about her, I had somebody in the comments saying that they run her and they absolutely love her. So, cheers to you. I certainly don't run her, so I'm gonna go ahead and defer to you. Let's go ahead and make some room. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, here we go. 35 left. Come on. 35 left. Let's go with 20 legendaries. Flesh Terror. Getting epics galore. Okay. Ooh, Queen Eva. Don't know much about her, so I'm assuming that means she's bad, but let's go ahead and take a look at her. And we got Jareg, we got Mausoleum Mage. This is actually a really, really good pull. I don't have Mausoleum Mage either, so I'll definitely be building him up as well. Jareg is really solid too, but I already have him, so let's go ahead and check her out here, guys. She's a Dark Elf, Spirit Affinity Champion. I'm just so happy I pulled the damn Legendary. It's so pathetic. I'm like, I don't even care. She sucks, guys. I'm so excited. All right. Attacks one enemy. 50% chance of placing 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Wow, what a skill. Amazing. Joking. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Enemies killed by this kill cannot be revived. Okay? When does it start getting good? You guys let me know. Attacks all enemies. Decreases the turn meter by 20%. Resets the cooldown on each of this champion's skills if the target is killed. Has an extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Don't love it. It increases ally crit rate by all battles. Alright, so let's see what she's a Dark Elf. Let's just see what her base stats are. Because if she has a godlike attack, maybe she's just a nuker and she's cool, right? So she's a Dark Elf, we'll check her out in a minute. But this guy's a beast, right? Attacks one enemy, 30% chance of placing a decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. And I see a lot of people saying that he's like straight up their favorite epic in the game. Places a block debuff buff on all allies for 1 turn. Also places an increased crit rate buff and a 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. And that was the A2. On the A3, removes all debuffs from all allies, then heals all allies by 10% of this champion's max HP. Heals each ally a further 10% if 1 or more debuff are removed from that ally. Fills each ally's turn meter by 15% if 2 or more debuffs are removed from that ally. So definitely, I love the idea of running him in arena, on like an arena defense team, actually. Also on an arena offense team, in a particular, depending on who you're attacking, right? So if you're pushing for a new kind of trophy best or something, and you want to go ahead and kind of pick and choose your favorite champions, depending if there's a lot of debuffers on the other team, you can go ahead and use him. So Jareg is really solid. Some people run him in Clan Boss. We'll go ahead and take a look at him. He does have the aura HP in all battles by 33%. On the A1 has a decreased attack. On the A2 has an ally protect and the increased defense buff for all allies. God. All allies for 2 turns. There we go. So the ally protect and the increased defense on the A2 is really solid for Clan Boss, also with the decreased attack on the A1. And then places a 15% continuous heal buff on 1 ally for 1 turn whenever an ally loses 20% of their max HP in 1 hit. So essentially, every single AoE for Clan Boss. You can see why he's a Clan Boss beast. So guys, Flesh Terror really quickly here. 1 enemy, 40% chance of transferring a random debuff from this champion to the target. Heals all allies by 30% of their max HP. Decreases the duration of all ally buffs. By 1 turn. Pretty solid, actually. Attacks all enemies. Decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. And increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. I like this. The buff extender and Flesh Terror is actually really solid. I wasn't that familiar with him. But let's go ahead and check out Queen Eva here. And check out her ratings too, right? She was a Dark Elf, I said. There she is. She has a lot of reviews. Jeez. Okay, so apparently people are way more keen on her than I kind of was right at first, right? She has crappy reviews in Fire Knight, Arena Defense. You never see her in Arena Offense. I'm assuming Arena Offense, 4.5. So a Spider's Den, Campaign Locations, Ice Golem. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, look at that base attack. Well, now we know why. Like I said, what did I say? If she has incredibly high attack, then maybe it makes more sense. And she does. Almost 1,700 on the attack. I'm going to build her out and see what she's like. I can't wait. If any of you guys have her, let me know. Would be curious to have some of your kind of reviews on her as well. All right, here we go, guys. Keeping this going. 15 more, 25 more. 15 more after this pull. So, we get nothing on the top row. We have a Dark Aethel on the bottom row. And, man, we've covered it so many times. I am not a fan at all. Somebody in my comments, every time I say that she sucks, it's just like, no, she's great, Ash. You have no idea what you're talking about, but I still think she sucks. Sorry. Attacks one enemy 2 times, 40% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense buff for 2 turns. Actually, that's, I gotta give credit where credit is due. A1 is solid, right? Attacks all enemies, 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff, and then attacks all enemies, places a 30% increased speed buff on this champion for 3 turns. If this attack kills 4 or more enemies, heals the champion by 50% of their max HP. This attack kill grants an extra turn. Okay, you guys can read it. It's she's not awful. Like, she's just not good. Let's go ahead and get the next. Maybe spiders, right? All right, here we go. Next 10. Okay, Luthia. We have Juliana. Dude, I don't have Juliana yet. She's like the last great epic that I don't have. So, really excited to get her. I think I'm going to build her out for Clan Boss, actually. She has HP Burn and Poison, which makes her really, really good. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 10%. A2, she has the increased crit rate buff on this champion, then attacks 1 enemy 2 times, plays a 5% poison debuff on the target for 3 turns if the attack is critical. And on the A3, this is the HP burn. So a poison HP burn champion, really good for Clan Boss. Attacks 1 enemy, removes 1 random buff from the target, has a 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 3 turns. And that can be booked up to 100% on the HP burn. Juliana is definitely a great, like, tier 1 Clan Boss champion. Luthia, 1 enemy, poison, 5% poison, 30% chance, can be booked up to 50. That was 1 enemy only 1 time, though. I don't like the only 1 attack on it. Attacks 3 times at random, and has the freeze, 25% chance on placing the freeze. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance, can be booked up to 100, placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Yeah, not a huge fan. All right, let's go ahead and Yaga we've covered before, but, you know, really quickly, has the 5% poison on the A1, and then has the 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns on the A2. It's a 2-hitter, and then attacks 1 enemy, damage increases by 25% against targets under poison. So that is your Yaga. All right, let's go ahead and do the next. Am I out? Oh, I only have 5 more. Here we go, guys. 5 more. We will pull them individually here. And we start out with Occult Brawler. Pretty cool. Already have them. Pretty cool still. So we got Juliana and Queen Eva. Also got some other good... wow, she has a lot of... Why does she have so many reviews? Jeez. They're all crappy, too. So Queen Eva, Juliana, who else was somebody who I really liked? Didn't I like somebody else? Crap. Man, don't get old, guys. Your memory just will totally fail you. Let's see. I will, I think I'm going to pull some bonus. I'm going to pull 10 more. I'm addicted. I'm going to pull 10 more shards, guys. I'm going to keep this video going. All right. So who was that other champion that I pulled that I kind of liked? That's the question. Jareg is real. Oh, Muslim. Okay, the mage. Is that how you say his name? Muslim. I keep saying it. Dude, I'm the worst. All right, let me clear. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, here we go. Yeah, I got 13 more for you. 13 more. Here comes 10. Let's see. Is it going to be worth it? Is my 900 gems going to be worth it to do one more round? Are we going to pull another legendary? Let's see. Dude, Plarium. Wow, what a hoax. What a hoax! All right, let's do 3 more, guys. 1. And... okay, Slasher. And 2. And Steel Skull. Steel Skull, one of the amazing healers in the game, guys, if you don't know. Heals a target by 40%. Removes all debuffs from the target ally as well. 60% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. Heals all allies by 20% of their max HP. Obviously, just a great Clan Boss champion with the poison on the A1 as well. Granted, it's only a, 35% chance when booked. All right, here we go. 1 more. Am I going to do it? I think I still have that. This is awful. Do you guys do this? Am I the only one who does this? I'm going to open 10 more. I'm going to open 10 more. Just 10 more. we're gonna have to extend this video quite a bit. Sorry for the length of this video, guys. What am I doing? I am making room first. Nope, I have 10 spaces. All I need to do is buy them, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my god. I'm just hungry, man. I'm hungry for some legendaries. It's been a while, you know? Well, it hasn't anymore, but let's see. We did pull 2. We did pull that Trunda too, so guess we can't complain too much, right? Let's see. Okay. All right, so nothing. I'm going to end it there. We're not going to keep extending every single time, but we have one more. We got a 1% chance. And no, we pull a rare. So guys, that's going to do it for the video. Let me know what you think of all the champions that I pulled. I pulled some amazing epic champions. There's no doubt about that for sure. And hey, one legendary that I'll actually build up and use. I'm really excited to see how she does like in the arena, in Spider's Den, and wherever I'm going to play her. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I really appreciate it. Again, let me know who you got if you pulled any of these Ancient Shards for this boosted summoning event. Appreciate you guys watching, and as always, take care, guys.